KY3 News on the Ozarks CW continues.
Good morning. It's going to be another scorcher today.
Oh boy, here's Brandon with a look at the heat heading our way.
Yeah, or it's already here in one sense. We're just going to add a little bit to it. Numbers real quick this morning. Still comfortable, really. Low 70s for a lot of you. In fact, there were spots. Ozark, Rogersville, Nix, Harrison actually still showing 68. Mountain Grove was briefly in the 60s. It's going to warm up, though, quickly, as it has the last several days. Here's the hour-by-hour forecast, and it's very familiar. By 9 o'clock, already topping 80 degrees. In fact, last couple mornings, it's been doing that by 8 o'clock for a couple of you. By 11, we're 87. We'll keep adding to it, and a few clouds will get going this afternoon. There won't be anything coming out of them, though. Lots of dry air above the surface, which actually may help drop the humidity slightly this afternoon. For some of us, that could help the heat index, but it's going to be hot regardless. I think we'll add a couple to this. We hit 93 yesterday. We'll hit about 94 in Springfield today, but that's not the end of our warm-up. Full forecast, including your weekend, in just a few minutes.
All right, Springfield police are investigating a North Springfield shooting. Police surrounded the home in the 800 block of North Warren last night. They did that after a man arrived at Cox Hospital with a gunshot wound. Officers eventually moved in, found the home empty, started collecting evidence. Neighbors say they are not surprised to see the police called to this house.
It wasn't shocking that it was that particular house. There, it was more one of them things that, yeah, you knew it was going to happen. So if any trouble, more than likely it was going to come from that house.
The man who showed up at Cox is expected to survive. Police are looking for the gunman this morning. If you have any info on this shooting, you're asked to call the department.
A man accused of killing his girlfriend near West Plains will be in court today. Walter Stewart is charged with first-degree murder in Terry Wright's death. Investigators say Stewart murdered her last summer, then dismembered her body and scattered the remains around his property. Today's court appearance is a pretrial conference before Stewart goes on trial next month.
40 years in prison for a woman who pleaded guilty for her role in a man's murder. A judge sentenced Gabriella Shields yesterday. She took part in the murder with Albert Romero and Tim Murray. They killed Christopher Jonas in the Mark Twain National Forest back in 2014. Investigators say Shields plotted revenge after Jonas told police about her drug crimes. Romero is serving life in prison for his part in the murder. Murray is serving 18 years behind bars.
Two men charged with animal abuse in Taney County will be in court today. Investigators say Kyle Williams tied a cat to the back of a Jeep and Jordan Hall drove it, dragging and killing the animal. Police say Williams then posted that video online. This morning, the Stone County Board of Commissioners will likely decide if baseball star Cole Hamels' property can be rezoned. The Planning and Zoning Board unanimously rejected a zoning request from Hamels last week. He wants to turn his 32,000 square foot home near Reed Spring into a wellness spa with 20 new buildings. Neighbors are concerned about extra traffic and noise. Students teaching students.
Education reporter Kate Alt has the free class today at Missouri State.
Well, Missouri State is looking for people who would like to learn English and do so for free. This week starts the last session of a 4-week English as a Second Language program. The classes are taught by people who are studying to teach English to others. As part of their certification, they have to have practical classroom experience. So anyone who wants to learn English as a second language can volunteer to be part of that class. They're being taught by students, so the classes are small and individualized.
I am more confident to talk because I was very shy and to do something wrong, to say something wrong. Now I think that just pass the message, and I'm a little afraid of the mistakes.
The session runs through August 17th, and today's actually the second day of classes, but it's not too late to sign up. They're welcoming everyone into the classroom. All the information is online. You can find that on ky3.com. Paul.
All right. Tattoos are a forever stamp that often symbolize something important, but you don't need to go to a tattoo shop to get inked.
Contact KY3's Ashley Reynolds shows us the risk of getting garage tattoos and the permanent mistakes.
I mean, you can't hardly tell. That's supposed to be a rose and 2 butterflies, and it's horrible.
Jenny Coleman has permanent regrets all over her body.
As you can tell, one wing is free-handed.
From an owl in remembrance of her grandmother.
It kind of makes me feel like I failed her a little bit in some way.
To a flower in honor of her firstborn.
It was supposed to have her initials in it.
These eternal sketches are branded with mistakes.
I can't read it.
Right. Yeah, exactly. It's supposed to say once upon a time. This was supposed to be a wolf.
$40 for this scar. It's cheap art with costly disappointment.
I have about 12 tattoos that I have gotten from people to say that they could tattoo, and every single one of them is going to have to be covered up or fixed now.
These are garage or homemade tattoos. They're more popular than ever before, thanks to the internet.
Kitchen tattooing.
YouTube has how-to videos. Green artists post ads on Facebook. You can buy tattoo kits off Craigslist and eBay. Look, here's one for just 26 bucks. Or this one in Lebanon for 75. Needles included.
Me personally, I do 2 layers of this.
Also in Lebanon, you'll find Jason Parker, who runs Studio Inc.
I see at least, I'm going to say 3 to 5 people a week that need their tattoos fixed that they went and got done in a house.
Parker has 30 years in the tattoo business. He spends a lot of time mending those homemade oops.
If they were doing quality work, they wouldn't be here to have me fix them. You wouldn't go to a garage and get your teeth pulled.
Amateurs show their skills on YouTube. This guy lights up while getting inked in the garage. In this video, beer is inches away from cut skin. Here,
Brian's the man.
A kitchen chair works as a stand.
Everything we use is bagged or covered in some way or another.
Same rules do not apply here.
It is all done just like a doctor's office is.
Parker, like any reputable artist, has every required license. Even every ink bottle is recorded.
If you look, there's a lot number on this and an expiration date. All of my lot numbers are filled out for the last tattoo I did. Some of the overseas stuff is not regulated. It may not be regulated overseas where they make it, but there's nothing stopping them from importing it through Amazon.
Wannabes should follow the law, but this is not criminal behavior. It's a potential civil matter, so there's little, if any, enforcement.
There's a lot of stuff out there that you can buy that I wouldn't trust in my skin.
Doctors say there are serious health risks with garage tattoos, like hepatitis, HIV, and other infections.
Like so.
Health experts say fire will not disinfect needles.
It really doesn't do the job, and it can leave toxins on the tip of the needle from the matches. It's just not how you do it.
So you guys put a towel down. It's a sterile shop.
We're surrounded by professionals. Think about it. Anywhere around town in this region you can find great tattoo professionals, great medical professionals. There's no reason to do it yourself.
All right, well, here we go.
Jenny is getting her 13th tat. Lucky 13 will be done by a pro.
Does it hurt? No. I'm not going to risk my skin, my memories, anymore.
Garage tattoo regrets typically end up costing 2 to 3 times more than the price of a professional tattoo. For Contact KY3, I'm Ashley Reynolds.
Making sure you don't come home to an empty house after a fun-filled vacation, the things you should do to keep thieves from striking.
Time now is 7:38. Brandon's next with the time will break 90 degrees today, the heat warning, and the day will get some rain finally.